Hello and welcome. My name is Fiona Marie Ellis, coach, author, mentor and trainer. And for over 10 years, I've been helping people to release, reset and rebuild for an aligned future. Welcome to day 7 of the magic. Today is an incredibly important day. Given everything we're going through right now, it is the magical way out of negativity. Now, I know that every day I seem to be saying, no, this one's the most important, this one's the most important, but today feels pretty powerful. So if you've managed to get through all of the days together, then congratulations and welcome to day 7. I trust you're enjoying doing your 10 magical blessings every day. That's going to come in really handy today. And for those of you who perhaps have just joined me on this video, please make sure you do go back to the beginning and really enjoy and utilize the entire magic journey for the full 28 days. Now, when I started the journey this time, I'm recording this in March 2020. So the whole world is in a little bit of chaos with COVID-19. And when I first, I've run this gratitude challenge a few times before, but I decided to do it now because as the world is in a lot of fear and uncertainty, I decided to run a journey through the magic, a journey of gratitude, just to help us focus our minds. And when I did, I've got a private group. If you're not already in it, feel free to join us below. I said, we're going to keep COVID-19 out of it. We're going to try and keep this group focused on our gratitude, things to be grateful for, trying to keep the conversation a high vibe, just a distraction and a safe place. But in today's video, I touched on it yesterday, and in today's video, let's deal with it head on. Because I can't think of a situation more negative for a lot of people than what's going on in our world right now. And the beautiful gift in it is that we are all going through this together. So today's practice is about taking something negative and turning it into a positive. This is not just flippant positive thinking. For those of you who know me as a coach, as a life coach, I am terrible at positive thinking. I actually don't believe in pure positive thinking. It doesn't work. That all fake happy stuff, it doesn't work. As a coach, I focus on being real. There are times when things just suck. It's the title of the book I'm just about to finish, is Sometimes Life Just Sucks. Because it does. None of us planned for this necessarily, but it's happening right now. So there are times when we need to feel all of our emotions. And I'm going to try and keep this video not ranty, but I might do another video that's a little bit more focused on the emotions, how to feel, heal, and deal with them at the moment. Today I want to focus on how do you feel it and flip it. How do we look for the good? Because no matter what, in every problem there is an opportunity. Someone's misfortune, somebody else is winning. So what we're wanting to look for is that all possibilities exist right now. Let's help to find some that maybe look a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more hopeful. Because if we can find the good, then it can get better. And there's a beautiful quote in this chapter today. And it says, for every single day, it's let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. And let us all be thankful. And every single person who is watching this video right now, that is true. Whatever else is going on, you're still here. So let's be grateful for that. Now, that was a Buddha quote. Now, what we want to do is use that as our inspiration. There is always something. And I know when I started this challenge, there are a lot of people that say, but I can't find anything to be grateful for. So you can pick any negative situation, because I also know that there are quite a few people right now that are busier than ever, that have got more work on, have got beautiful opportunities, have got things happening right now that are actually really positive and really good. They're really utilizing the time we've all got to rest and recharge. And there are some people that are in really heavy doldrums right now. So wherever you're sitting on that spectrum, I invite you to do this practice today on any topic that you choose. But if you can do it, or if you're feeling the stressful effects of COVID-19, then I do encourage you to do today's gratitude on this particular situation itself. Do it on the lockdown. Do it on the quarantine. Do it on the entire global crisis. Do it on the financial crisis. Whatever it happens to be for you, whatever is causing you the most negativity right now, pick that as your one thing today. Because we're all going to do this together, which means if you're struggling to find something to be grateful out of this, pop a little note below. Let us come together and give each other things to be grateful for. So as an example, before we get into the examples, taking things for granted often results in complaining. And the complaining is the problem of this, because what we talk about, we bring about. So if we are going through our life and we're not being grateful for our health, we're not being grateful for our work, we're not being grateful, we're just going through the motions and doing the little things and not really appreciating them, then those things can lose their shine. We can actually start complaining about things. So, perhaps it's you're going out for brunch and you start complaining about breakfast. I just sent a message to a friend of mine, the last person I had brunch with before all of this crazy separation and isolation started. And I sent a message saying how incredibly grateful I was. Because if we hadn't have made that effort, and it was an effort, things had to be moved around and changed around and we went out for brunch. If we hadn't made that effort, then we wouldn't have had brunch that day, and it was literally like the next day that social isolation and all of these really weird things started happening for us. So I took brunch for granted all the time. I took going and having an iced coffee with my girlfriends for granted. I took swimming at Fremantle Beach for granted. I appreciated it, but now that we can't do it, now it's about, that's when the contrast kicks in. When we can't get our coffee in the mornings, when we can't just get out and go find the things we need on the grocery store, that's when the contrast kicks in. Now we can complain about it, or we can remember and be grateful for what we had. So hopefully at the end of all this, we come out of it a whole lot more grateful for the little things than just the big things. All right, that's the purpose of this exercise. It's to get us out of our doldrums, but it's also to ensure that we are focusing our language, that we are really appreciating what we do have, and then making the most of that when we have it. Because you just never know when it's going to be taken away. So the game is, it's a little bit from Pollyanna, the glad game. It's, I'm so glad this happened, but it's about finding something negative. So as an example, you're going to pick a negative situation and you're going to concentrate on saying the words, I am so grateful for this, because so it's the same gratitude process. I am so grateful for, let's go COVID-19, because da-da-da-da. I'm so grateful for the lockdown because, and finish the sentence. I'm going to come up with as many as possible. Ideally a minimum 10, but as many as possible. So when we've been doing this in the private groups and when I've been doing this with people, some of the things that we found to be grateful for, I am so grateful because I am seeing the swans in the Venice canals. I am so grateful for this because it's giving the dolphins a chance to come into Italy. I'm so grateful for this because the air has cleared over some of the capital cities. I'm so grateful for this because personally, I'm a bit of an introvert, but I love people. So I'm often, I love being in my own space. I've just created this incredible home office, converted sea container actually. It's loads of fun. Unpacked my books for the first time in almost 18 months. And I am so grateful for lockdown because it means I get to stay here without the FOMO, fear of missing out on all the exciting things that are happening with all my friends and all the other events that are on. That's one thing. There's a lot of people that love Harry Potter or love binge watching a series. I am so grateful for this because it means I get to watch a series. So for some of us, life is continuing basically as normal with working from home. So I am so grateful because it means I can work in my pajamas a little bit more. I am so grateful because I have more time to do yoga and eat healthy breakfast because I don't have to commute anymore at the moment. So whatever it is for you. Now, for those that are extra struggling, and I'm going to go into deeper, I've got a really cool that I recorded last time, a couple of really good reset strategies. So beyond just the gratitude, also movement, breathing. So if you're in the private group, I'm actually going to upload those again because they're quite powerful just as a revisit. So if you're struggling right now, maybe you're separated from your family. Maybe, you are already sick or a loved one is at risk. So be really grateful for the hospitals that we have being able to. Be really grateful that people are coming together to support loved ones. All right. The other part to it is being very grateful for where you are in lockdown. So I was feeling yesterday, weirdly, I was like, I feel a bit guilty because my lockdown is on a farm. I've got fresh air, I've got sunshine, I've got citrus trees, I've got, everything. It's a honey farm. So if I get a sore throat, I'll be fine. All of that. And I was feeling a little bit, actually feeling a bit guilty for being so lucky. And then I had a very strong reminder, there are bugs and critters and creepies and crawlies and slitheries on a farm. So it's not all just sunshine and fresh air. Let me tell you that. So now I'm a little, I was talking to a friend of mine who's in lockdown in a 1-bedroom apartment, and we were exchanging which one we'd prefer to be in. So wherever you are, be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for who you are in isolation with. I did a Facebook Live about this, about how to set some boundaries and some ground rules for your isolation partners. Be grateful for the opportunity to play board games or to connect with your children. To be grateful for time with your partner or time apart from your partner, depending on how you're quarantined right now. Be grateful for the opportunity to face things. Now, all of everything that's going on is bringing stuff up for people. We can suppress it again, or you can utilize this time to sift through and face it. Some people have been made redundant. Some people have lost their jobs through this. If that's you, be really grateful for the opportunity. I know it's challenging. I get it. Been there. But try and find a way to be really grateful for the opportunity to question, what do you really want to do? Because a lot of people have got into the same job, the same routine, the same thing for such a long time they've never questioned it. It's what they should do, what they just fell into, but they haven't questioned it. So be grateful for the time to question, do you really want to do that at the end of this? When all of this is over, if you do get to go back and choose what you want to be when you grow up, do you want to do that anymore? So find your reason for being grateful. Come up with 10 reasons. So the exercise today, your 10 blessings, and then, so that's just general blessings about what's going on in your life generally today. Then choose one problem or negative situation. So it can be COVID, it can be lockdown, it can be losing a job, it can be being locked down away or with your partners, whatever it is, but find the one thing that's negative for you right now, the strongest thing if you can. Then list 10 things you are grateful for about that negative situation. At the end of your list, write thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. Now, I'm saying a lot right now. I am trusting and grateful that this is all working out for the greatest good of all involved. I'm trusting and grateful that this is working out good for you, good for me, and good for the greater good. I don't know how. I can't see the bigger picture. I don't know what it's going to look like at the end. But I am trusting that we're going to get through this of love and of light and come through it even stronger than when we went in. So thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. Now, here's the tricky bit, right? Just for today, just one day. See if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. Not once. If you do notice yourself saying something negative, use a magic lifeline, which is stop immediately and say, but saying all of that, so you say something negative and you go, But you know what? Saying all of that, I have to say that I am really grateful for this. So if you catch yourself complaining about lockdown, whatever it happens to be, I'm in lockdown with my family and they're driving me insane and blah, blah, blah. In saying that, I am really grateful that I'm not separated worlds apart from them right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I trust you get the gist. So you're going to pick the negative. If you today try and get through an entire day. Honestly, when I started doing this exercise, I put a band around my wrist, and then you can use a harder bracelet, or you can use a headband or something elastic, whatever it is. Whenever I caught myself saying something negative, I move it to the other wrist. Change it. So negative, negative, negative. You know what? In saying that, I am really grateful for blah. And at the same time, you're going to move it. And I've got a whole video on why this matters. But it's such a powerful tool. It's retraining your brain to find the opportunity, to find the gratitude, to find the solution in the situation. Okay? So trust that today. And of course, at the end of the day, taking a magic rock, finding the very best thing that happened to you today. There is always something that's amazing. In any crappy day, there is still a best thing. There is still a best of the worst things. There is still a best thing. Find that one gleaming light, that one thing that was amazing, and feel really grateful for it today, because when you wake up in the morning, it'll start better. It'll be a new day. Okay? So I trust this is valuable. I know this one's a little bit long, but I think it's really important for us. I'm going to share a couple of other videos in there as well. If you're not already in the private group and you want a bit more support, please feel free to click the link below. If you think somebody else would really benefit from this message in particular, or the entire magic journey, awakening the magic journey, please invite them, share the link, whatever it takes. I'm just doing this. I want to support as many people as possible through this time. So until we speak, take care of you, take care of others, and take care of the greater good. Much love. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.